Well, let's get more now on our main story. That reported Israeli government plan to occupy the whole of Gaza. We can talk to our Middle East correspondent, Yolan Nell, who's in Jerusalem. Yolan, what has the reaction been?
Well, I mean, this seems to go, of course, against much of world opinion, but also against much of domestic opinion too, because you have, according to polls, 3 in 4 Israelis who support a ceasefire deal to bring the hostages home. And there is real fear about what this could mean for the hostages, because what it would involve is the Israeli military going into areas that it doesn't currently control. It currently controls about 75% of the Gaza Strip. So it would go into parts of Gaza City, we're told, into parts of the centre of Gaza. Those are places where hostages are believed to be held. And so hostage families have been speaking against this, and Israeli military leaders have been coming out against it as well. Now, Palestinians have also denounced this idea, and they point to the fact that, of course, you do have far-right ministers in the Israeli government who call openly for the re-establishment of settlements in Gaza and a permanent occupation, an annexation even, of Gaza.
The UN Security Council is meeting later, Yolande. What will they be focusing on?
So that is a session that has been called by the Israelis with backing from the US and Panama, actually, really to focus on this issue of the remaining captives in Gaza and their condition. This after we had these really shocking videos that came out last week that showed 2 of the remaining living hostages, Evyatar David and Rom Prelamsky, who were really, looking pale, looking emaciated. Their families have called for much more to be done to highlight their cases and to bring them back, to urgently get them the food and medicines that they need.
Gaza itself, Yolande, what is the latest from there? One report from the Israeli military agency Kogat that it will start to allow a controlled entry of goods into Gaza.
Yeah, of course, the situation on the ground in Gaza remains dire, and we've got these reports of dozens of people who've been killed and wounded by Israeli strikes, by gunfire in the past day. Some of those while seeking aid. People have been describing, the desperate scrambles to get food from those airdrops. So against that backdrop, with the Israeli authorities saying that they will start to expand the aid that's allowed in, we've also got them saying that they will allow Gazan merchants to resume their imports into Gaza. This is something that's been effective in the past, but this route for goods getting in was closed off about a year ago because the Israeli authorities said that they were worried that it was being taken advantage of by Hamas. Now they say they've come up with a new mechanism to get supplies in, and that could involve things like baby food, fresh fruits and vegetables, and hygiene supplies, things that are desperately needed by people on the ground. One of the reasons that this is a more effective way of getting aid in is often the local merchants will do something that the UN and its partners are not ready to do, which is to use armed guards, local people guarding their convoys, bringing them in to ensure that they reach the warehouses and are not looted.
Yolande, thank you very much. Yolan Nell.